to get out, but obviously someone does. So here's the thing, right? A lot of y'all, a lot of people that really piss me and annoy me are the ones who will be like, there's no such thing as good and bad. Honey, yes, there is. Know that you don't actually believe that. And I'm sorry that that is literally the same gaslighting, abusive language that you have literally internalized when you were in a toxic situation and it was really, really, really bad. The situation was really bad. And told you, they gaslit you. I didn't, you're just crazy. You're just making it up. You're just looking at it a certain way, like it's not even that big of a deal. Stop minimizing your own pain. It is that fucking deep. You're not crazy. A lot of y'all, from the time that you were born, were trained to accept abuse. I am sorry that you grew up in a fucking environment that wasn't loving, that was people screaming at you every fucking day, threatening you every fucking day, physically abusing you, sexually abusing you every day. But along the lines of all of this horrible things that were happening to you, there was some type of insane manipulation. Maybe this person was like buying you things to make you forget. Maybe this person was just saying nice words and love bombing the fuck out of you in attempts to make you not realize just how bad their abuse was. But they were abusive and they are shitty people, period. And you do not need to fucking show them empathy. And you do not need to move past it. You're not going to move past it. That's a permanent fucking scar that is now on your brain and in your body that's there forever. What you need to do is actually look at that situation, at those people for who the fuck they are, and be like, you know what? Actually, fuck you. I didn't deserve that. Never talk to them again. Allow yourself to feel the anger and resentment, purge it out. And with that, with all of that shit that happened in your life, you look at probably the very few people in this world that actually do have empathy and that actually do care and that are actually grounded in reality and that don't hurt others. That they actually sit there and they care and they have patience, and let them help you, guide you out of that pain, so you're not sitting there reliving that pain over and over and over again, but also not sitting there and minimizing that shit like that didn't happen or wasn't as bad as it was, because it was. And there's going to be moments where you have flare-ups, emotional flare-ups, because that is a permanent scar that the person has left on you. But then in those moments, it's important to realize those are not my words or thoughts. Like, that is coming from a situation, but I am not that situation. I am actually a good person. I am actually more powerful than that. I am actually more resourceful than that. And show that to yourself every day. Like, I feel like especially a lot of millennials have a lot of healing to do, because I feel like the problem with millennials is like, y'all have not actually healed. Y'all have just like ran away from it and like internalized all the abuse and accepted it as like as if something you did wrong or as like a good thing. No, it's not a good thing. Like, y'all have so much unpacking to do. It's not even funny because of all the shit that you endured as a child and all the time you spent running away from that very reality is all the time that needs to be spent of you actually really going in within yourself and purging out all those emotions and grounding yourself in Mother Earth and seeing the bigger picture. And only then will you be free. You're not going to be free when you're constantly living in this cycle of trying to latch on to people, especially people that don't care about you, and like trying to escape your pain. Like, you need to deal with your own problems because I feel like a lot of y'all just don't ever deal with your own problems, and you guys are constantly living in this chase. You know, you're not healed. You're just avoiding it. Stop avoiding the inevitable. And I shouldn't have to reiterate this. I'm not saying you have to live in pain all the time, but I'm speaking to a group of people that are like in their 30s and their whole life from childhood, teenhood, they've spent living in a fucking fantasy. It's time to actually deconstruct the fantasy and ground yourself in reality and find true peace within the little things and within reality instead of constantly struggling to hold on to the fucking fantasy that you've built for yourself. That's not helping you. That's why you're so fucking miserable. Your body is trying to tell you something and you just keep ignoring it. You're not alone. It's time to actually alchemize your pain, not avoid your pain, alchemize that shit. You know what I mean. You're not alone. And once you alchemize it, I promise you it's not going to last forever. It's not. But you're not, I can promise you, you're not doing yourself well when you're denying that, when you're downplaying just how bad shit is. That's all.